Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Amjour, On My Mind, Journaling, and More. And I am back in my Recipe Stories journal, trying to get the signatures sewn in so that I can actually start using it. I'm excited to get going. The last video, I was going to put the signatures in, but when I got to making the holes in the binding, it was just too loud because it's very thick. I want this book to be sturdy. I want it to withstand time, to be hopefully passed down to one of my daughters and maybe then one of their daughters or my granddaughter. Anyway, I want it to be a keepsake over time, is my intention. So I have all the holes put in. Don't know that you can see them. Yeah, they're right here. There's 4 across, and we're going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So the next step now is to make the holes in the signature. And I want to make sure these pages are secure before I start. I don't want them to move around at all. So I'm going to put 4 paper clips because I have to open this up and make the holes. Set this aside for now in the signature itself. And I'll bring out my sturdy beach book. This is an old phone book one of my neighbors saved for me. They know I do this kind of crafting, and she saves me all kinds of things. So the next step, I have, if you notice on my template, you see the 4 holes that I punched in the book. You see the T for the top and a red dot that is the center, that's what I'm going to use to make the holes in my signature. And I need to secure that in here as well. T for top, T for top. Okay. And I'm going to put some paper clips on that so it doesn't move around. Top and bottom. Top and bottom. And then I just use this phone book and my awl. It's just a punch hole tool. And I make the holes in the signature. I need 5. I'm used to doing 3. I've never done 5 before. So it's a learning process for me. But this cookbook or Recipe Stories journal is taller. So I think it calls for a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I think it will be a little more secure. I've kind of been practicing with this 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and I'm just going to cut the ribbon off because, like I said, I've never done it before, so I wanted to make sure this was the way that I was correct in doing this the way I was doing it. So I'm just going to take this off, and you'll see I've numbered this. Well, maybe you can't because I did it in pencil. So this is not a tutorial. I literally looked this up on YouTube, but this is kind of what I did. I'm going to start in the center. I'm going to go here, number 2, then to this hole, then here, down to this, here, here, and then end up back where I started. So I'm going to keep that on my side as a guide for getting these sewn in. Now, the other thing is normally I use a waxed thread. This is pre-waxed, and this is what I've been using in my 365 accordion fold journal. I don't like the brown. So I thought I have a bunch of this embroidery floss, and I've seen other journalers using embroidery floss. This is another first for me. I've not used that before. So I want to find probably orange, because you're going to see it along the spine. There's just a little bit of orange, but I put this trim. So I think I want to try to match the trim as best I can. I have several orangey colors over here. And, well, wow, I have a lot of, well, I have a lot. Well, here's one, but I don't think that will work. No, that's a definite no. So this one kind of blends in a little. Is that one? This one's too light. This one would work. These two will work. It just depends. Let's see how it will look on the spine, because that's what you're going to see. And I think I want the orange. I want it to stand out. So we're going to use this orange. Now, I've done a little, very, very little bit of research on how to actually do this. And I think I need to wax this thread. So I'm going to get the length I need. 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I put my scissors away. And you know what? Because that seemed like a really long piece of thread, I better make sure I have enough of this. So I need 4 of these. Just going to quickly do a quick measure just to make sure I have enough. 1. Uh-oh, did I get all tangled? Of course I did. Here we go. So this would be 2. And now 3. Sorry, I know you guys know how to count, but it helps me when I'm trying to think these things through. So this is 3. And then it looks like I have enough for 4, but I'm just gonna, I'm pretty sure I do, but I might as well just get them all cut. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder, I've never waxed thread before. There we go. So this came in this kit that I bought on Amazon. I think I saw this from another YouTuber. And it's what you use it for is to wax thread. So I'm going to try it. So let's see how it goes. Let's get the first one separated like this. And set this aside. And let's just see how it goes. So, yeah, I don't know. I think you just pull it through. Yeah, it feels a little bit waxy, I guess. Pull it through again. Yeah, I think it does. All right. So that should be that end. Now let's do the whole thing. Strange. Feels strange to wax thread, but I think it's supposed to, in theory, help it glide through the pages better. So it feels like it did. I'm going to do it through there another time. Yeah. And just pull it through there again. Oops. Get it back down in there. And pull it through. I mean, in theory, it sounds like it's going to work, right? All right. There. Set that aside. And a needle. This also came in the kit with all these needles. I think I've added one or two. But I like to get the one with the biggest eye because, is that going to focus? Can you see the eyelet? Yeah. Just to help me get this threaded. All right. And there we go. Yeah, it does kind of feel, the thread feels a little stiffer, I guess. And I guess over time it'll wear off. But initially, to get this sewn in. All right, so this is going to be the first signature. So I need to make sure I use the first holes all the way down. So I want my thread to end up in the center, inside. So I have to go through the middle. That's where my starting point is. Yes, the middle. I should have 2 and 2. Okay. So then I go through the middle of the book here. Come out like that. Just pull it through. I mean, you guys know how to do these. If you've done this before, this isn't a tutorial. It's kind of me talking through. I have to take this paper off before. I'm glad I opened the book up. I don't want to sew my template in there, do I? No. Right, so leave a tail in there, and now I have to come back through here to the second one. They're harder to see. 1, 2. So it's here. Go through here. And then the second hole on my signature, which is right here. I don't want to split my pages here. Did I get that through? Yep, there we go. Pull that through here. Okay. All the way through. Uh-oh, my tail is coming out. Okay. And now, so that was 1, 2. Now I go back down at 3, which is right here. Is that right? That's right. I can't hardly see the hole there. Right here. And then right here. Okay. Pull that through. I'm not pulling it tight on purpose right now because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. I just don't want to lose this tail. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Now where do I come up for 4? The second hole. So the same as what I came. Okay, so back in the second hole, trying not to split those threads. And then the same going through the signature, trying not to split the threads. see. Okay, I'm good. Pull out. Trying not to stab myself with the needle. So that's 4. Right. Why is that loose? Oh, I know why. Okay. Now I have to go all the way down to the bottom here. Why am I having trouble seeing where these holes are? It should be right here. Yep. 5 should be right here. Okay. And then, oh, something happened in there. What happened? What happened? Shoot. I keep wanting to sew that template in. All right. I'm going to leave these loose for now. Let's see, maybe I better not. All right, now I go back in at 6, which is the very bottom hole. Get it through here. Is that right? Yep. Okay. Pull that in. Where's my guide? I'm on 6. Now I go 7, which is where this and this. Okay. Almost there on the home stretch now. And then 8 is right back up through the center. Right here. Did I split that thread? No. Okay. Oh, did I? I think I did. So I'm going to have to fix that. Let's see what happened. I did. Sorry, I just don't want this to break. I think, what do I have to do here? Okay, I have to come through that space right there. Sorry, I just don't want this to break. I think this will do it. I hope I didn't make it worse. Yep, that did it. Okay. Okay. Yep. And what's happening here? It's this one. Now I just have to go through the signature without splitting the thread. You're my puppy. He's crying. He wants to go outside. The other puppy's taking a nap, and he wants to go outside for some alone time. Hold tight, buddy. All right, did I get it through there? I'm having a hard time getting it back through the signature. Let's see. Am I coming through? I'm not. Where's my... Oh dear. This is why I wanted to keep it a little loose. Let's see. I must be going in at an angle. Let's see if I can loosen some of this up. There. Okay, now I should be able to see it. There we go. There. Now, I just have to make sure that I come up let me just get it through. Come up on either side of this so that I can tie it. Okay, now I have to tighten everything back up. Before I tie it together. There we go. And there. Just double check. Let me not lose my needle. Double check the outside. I don't want it to be loose on the outside, and it's not. And so just like with your 3-hole, I did it. We do a knot in the center. I'm going to do right over left, left over right, and then one more just in case. Okay, and I'm going to leave a pretty long tail in case I want to tie a little charm or something in here. But so there you have it. So I'm going to sew the other signatures in off camera. I'm going to let my puppy out so he'll stop crying. And when I come back, we'll work on, well, this is the one I slipped on. So here's the first signature sewn in on this side. And it should lay pretty flat because the next one will lay and lay and lay. Loving it. Okay, there we go. First signature is in. 5-hole pamphlet stitch accomplished. 3 more to go. All right, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.